Hello, you are very welcome to the ADHD Is podcast. My name is Linda Monahan. I'm an ADHD mentor, an ADHD parent. I'm ADHD, medicated for ADHD. So, hey, how are you? First things first, I've got a few comments about the mic. I couldn't give a fuck, lads. I couldn't give a fuck. It gives me the ability to move around. I don't care if it's not statutory. I don't care if I lose words. I just don't care. I've like 10 mics. I've been podcasting for years. This is how I'm doing it. I do have a handheld one, but I actually can't find a lead for the phone. It's just not working for me. So we might progress to that, but this is the way it is. So don't fucking come at me. And if you do come at me, you're going to be blocked. Simples. My comments. Anyway, moving on. Today we are going to talk about relaxing and meditation and basically calming down with ADHD. And to be honest with you, I'm going to hold my hand up that I don't calm down with ADHD. I don't meditate. I am a qualified PT and Pilates teacher. And movement is probably my best form of meditation. And I know that sounds crazy to some people. And, you know, if you can meditate, more power to you. Oh, you have to train. Oh, you have to. Yeah, I'm 46. I've been training all my life to do shit. And it's just not for me. But I do meditate when I walk, in the sense that I can go into myself when I walk. I do when I am first going to sleep is probably the best time for my creativity and losing myself. And so it's really to say to people that are being told, because I always say social media is really, it's not prescriptive, it's objective, and it's how you choose to take the bits of social media that suit you. Because, you know, we're not all going to be, you know, getting up and meditating straight away. If I get up early and I was to meditate, I would fall asleep. That is the honest to God truth. And by the time the end of the day comes, when I would find time to meditate, I'm just ready to fall asleep as well. So it's not for me. That's not to say it doesn't work. I have friends who meditate and they are religious about it, and more power to them. But for me, a walk in nature is absolutely brilliant. I remember getting absolutely called out on TikTok because I needed to do hypnotherapy because I can't walk in grass. I hate it. I love walking in sand. I can walk. I am bare feet most of the time. I love having my feet out. Like, you know, once summer comes, the shorts are on and the feet are out. I cannot bear grass. I cannot. It actually makes me physically ill. And it's nothing to do with anything except texture, except the texture between my feet. So that's another thing. More power to you if you can do that. Don't come in my comments and tell me how to do it, because I don't want to do it. So basically, and if you tell me to do it, I am going to fucking dig my heels in even further, because that's what we do. We tend to dig the heels in and say, absolutely not for us at all. So calming down for me is really probably reading a book, which is very few and far between, listening to a podcast, and as I say, walking. But to be honest with you, I have a lot going on in my life. I have 2 small kids. I have a husband who is away for work quite a bit. When he's here, actually he's probably an enabler, because when he's here he does a lot, and when he's gone it's like, oh my god, I'm much more organised when he's not here, because I have to be. But I obviously couldn't maintain this 24/7. So I I just don't have the time for it, and it's not for me. And for a long time, I would be, oh my God, I can't say that. I can't say I don't meditate. I can't say, yes, I fucking can. Yes, I fucking can. I don't meditate. Fucking sue me. And like I say, don't be beholden by people who tell you you have to, you should, whatever. Like, do what you want to do in life. Be who you want to be. And as I say, take advice, but there's absolutely no need to do that. The other aspect for me is, obviously I have explained that I am the habit boss, and sometimes I'm like, should I change the name of my business? No, I'm not going to, because I really like that name. It's very SEOable. You can find me very quickly on social media. What I will say is that for my clients, my ADHD clients in particular, it's working within the remit and developing habits that they can maintain long term, and they possibly aren't daily, and that's the other side of the coin, is that I'm going to talk physiology. Is that physiology? From a male-female perspective, and not to exclude anybody, I do want to be inclusive, but just from people who menstruate versus people who don't. So if you're cyclical in your energy rather than circadian in your energy. So circadian is every 24 hours your energy resets. And that's why men are so good at habits. And, that's why men can go to the gym on the regular, besides the fact that their responsibilities are far less when they have family. Don't come for me. I get up at 2 a.m. Yeah, because your wife's a fucking home minding your kids. So most men, their body resets every 24 hours. So they go to circadian rhythms. So basically, when the sun comes up, that's when a new day is, and everything starts again, and they can go boom, boom, boom. This is how I do my day. So it's very easy. I get out of bed at 4 a.m. I'm on a call by 5 on the fuck right off. Women are completely different. Or people who menstruate are completely different, because they are basically on a 28-day calendar. If you are regular, most people are not regular. There could be a 21-day cycle, there could be a 36-day cycle, or whatever it is. So then you can't actually plan for how you're going to feel. I'm very much 28-day. I can be 26, I can be 29, but I'm very, very regular since I had my kids, actually. I was never before. And it's really important to understand your energy around your cycle. Really understand that, if you're in your menstruation phase, you're not going to have the energy to go and hit fucking weights in the gym. And if you think being a hero is fucking helping you, fair play to you, go and do it. But if you haven't got the energy, sit at fucking home and watch Netflix. Who gives a fuck? Menstruation, day 1 to 5, it's really about minding you. You can be quite creative in that space as well. So, and you can be quite focused. So it could be a bit of creativity. It could be a bit of admin. It could be a bit of housekeeping at home, maybe getting the bills in order. Maybe there's so much you can do. Then we go into the follicular phase, which is kind of day 6 into maybe day 13 or 14. The follicular stage actually starts on day 1, but let's not overcomplicate things. Your follicular stage is awesome sauce. You are a fucking powerhouse, absolute power, and you really and truly can knock it out of the park here. You are off the charts, powerful, focused. your best work comes out in all aspects of your life in these days. Then you have ovulation, depending on when you ovulate, maybe a 24, 36 hour window, usually 3 days around this. This is your most social. When you ovulate, you are, I am fucking awesome, come and talk to me. You're most social around the time you ovulate. Then you go into your luteal phase, which is 2 weeks out of your cycle, which is absolute fucking sham. But I find week 1 of my luteal cycle, I'm still quite social and I'm very creative. So if I have stuff to do for the business, if I'm thinking about new things, that is when I schedule them for the week 1 of my luteal, week 3 of my cycle. And then week 4, you're minding yourself, you're tucking yourself in, you're doing stretching, you're walking. And like I say, continue whatever you're doing, but it's just to be aware that your energy does dip in the fact that you have a cyclical energy, over the 28 days. I have a couple of energy products in line with your cycles. I'll pop them in the notes. And the other side of things with habits as well is, if you track your habits, you're 42% more likely to maintain them. It's very simple. That's why I say with my ADHD habit tracker, which is in the show notes as well, with my cyclical habit tracker, basically it gives you options. A daily habit isn't going to the gym every single day, but the habit might be movement. So maybe 10 days out of the month you go to the gym, maybe 10 days out of the month you take a walk, maybe 5 days out of the month you go for a swim, maybe 5 days out of the month you go for a sauna. The movement is the habit, not the actual activity. So that's when we kind of helicopter and kind of take a little step back and kind of go, okay, I don't have to do the same thing every day. And for people with ADHD, that is so important because we get bored very easily. So yeah, changing things up really, really works for activities, for doing stuff. Staying the same in other areas really, really works as well. So I talk about this, for entrepreneurs. Reduce decision fatigue. Have systems in place where you don't have to keep making decisions, because sometimes you can really run out of energy when you have to make decisions all the time. Have the same breakfast every single day. Have your comfort food. Know it's there. Know it's nutritious. Know it's ticking boxes on macros and micros. Know it's ticking boxes on fiber, and have that. And that's where I think that when we're on it, we are fucking powerful. We are so, so powerful. And when we're not, we are also powerful, and we are not ashamed of when we're not. We let go of when we're not on it. And, when we're not on it, it can be months. Let's call a spade a spade. It can be months that you haven't got out of bed early, or you haven't been regular with your, exercise or movement, or your diet has been really poor, or you haven't been given 100% in the business, and who fucking cares? Who cares? You're in work. Who cares? I'm sorry, equality, fuck equality, equity, because I do not want to be treated the same as a man in the workplace, because essentially their energy regenerates every 24 fucking hours. I want to have fucking a pass for my luteal phase. I want people to know I'm on my fucking period. Get the fuck away from me. And that's what, we should be talking about in workplaces. We should be talking about women's health problems. Fuck off. They're not problems. They're part of fucking life. And do you know what? If men had periods, tampons would be free. Fucking sanitary towels would be free. Fact. I'm going to leave it there because I do want to keep them short and snappy. Meditate if you want to. Do what you want to do. understand your energy. Become aware of your energy. Just become aware of how you feel in yourself at certain times of the month. And establish habits, or don't even call them habits if that freaks you out. Establish things that you like to do. Love things that you like to do. Because if you love things that become a regular habit in your life, you won't let them go as easy. And when you do let them go, who gives a shit? Who cares? Like, stop giving ourselves such a hard time. This is the ADHD Is podcast. I'm Linda Monahan. Please give us a like, a follow, and comment, because your comments mean so much. What you want to talk about. I haven't touched on heated rivalry this week, but I did watch it yesterday. I'm just saying. Hyperfixation. I'll see you soon. Bye.